Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name's Caitlin and today I want to show you just some quick Christmas present ideas. These are some things that I've made personally for my friends that didn't take me too long to do. I'm actually recording this intro after I've already filmed the rest of it. For some reason I didn't have an intro. I feel like I probably recorded one, but anyway, there's no intro that I can find. So at this point I've already made all of the stuff that I'm going to show you, and I've already gifted it to my friends, so that's ideal. The video kind of isn't as put together as I would usually like. The angles sometimes aren't the best. As you can see, I am currently expecting a baby. I'm currently 10 days overdue when I'm filming this. I'm just trying to edit some videos, put it all together so I can get it out before Christmas, get it out hopefully before this baby comes. I mean, I hope this baby comes now. Obviously I'm not enjoying being 10 days overdue, but here I am. I'm just trying to pass the time. But yeah, some of the angles aren't always the best, and that is because it hasn't always been very comfortable. The way I'm sitting isn't always comfortable. My back has been very bad. You know, you can imagine, especially if you've been pregnant, you can kind of imagine. But I wanted to put it together anyway and just show you guys some of the things that I've made. And some of them are very quick ideas. So if you've still got people that you have not made presents for yet, you've still got some time. Some of these projects really didn't take that long. Took a day, less than a day, so I won't go on anymore. The first thing that I'm going to be making is a scarf, which I'm making for my friend. Yeah, I'll take you into the next clip and show you. And these are the yarns I'm going to be using. I've never used this Wendy yarn. I found it in Hobbycraft. These are in the colours of the Pan flag. Maybe they're a bit more pastel. I don't know if it's showing that on camera as such, but they're a bit more pastel than the actual flag, or from the pictures I've seen online anyway. But my friend is actually, I think she prefers the pastel. I think that she's going to love these colours, and I think it's going to make a very cute scarf. So I'm just going to get started. I think I'm just going to work it in a half double crochet. I'll start with a pink. So this is what I've done so far. I think I did 50 stitches across, and I'm just working up half double crochets at the moment. I actually don't know how many rows I've done, so I'm still going to work up some more pink for now. I want to keep going until I've got a bigger chunk, but yeah, this is how it's looking so far. And I'm using a 5mm hook. The yarn recommends to use a 4mm hook with this, but I wanted it to be a bit flowy, so I'm using a 5mm hook. You can see it's got some holes like this, but I think this is going to look really nice. Yeah, so far it's looking nice. Okay, I've crocheted the pink for about 8 inches, and now I'm just going in with the yellow. I do wish that this yellow was a bit more pastel colour. It kind of does look more pastel on camera than in person. It looks more vibrant in person, I suppose, but it still looks nice. I'm just going to carry on now with my yellow for a bit, and then I'm moving on to the blue. I'm sorry for the really bad lighting, and this has been in my bag, so it's a little bit crumpled up, but can you see the vibe I'm going for? I've done this in about 1 day actually, which is quite good for me really, but it was pretty much a whole day of doing it on Sunday, and I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. I was really worried as soon as I finished the pink and was going on to the yellow. I was a bit worried. Hello. But yeah, it's turning out okay actually, much better than I expected, and I've nearly done the second blue, and then I'm just going to have to do a whole nother pink, yellow and blue, and then I think I'm done. I'm going to see how long it is when I get to that point, and then if I need any more then I'll obviously do a bit more. Okay, the next thing that I want to make is a pillow. So I've obviously got the cushion insert here. And then I've got red and white chunky yarn, and I'm going to crochet this using my 6mm crochet hook, and I want to make just some, like a striped pattern I guess for this, and I hope this is going to be enough. I think it is. This cushion is going to be for my friend who supports a football team who these are the colours for, so I'm really excited for that. I'm going to start with the red, and if you're wondering why my sofa looks like such a mess, it's because I have all these cushions behind me because it's very uncomfortable. My back hurts a lot. But yeah. So I just need to work out how big this is going to be. 16 inches by 16 inches. I want to make my chain as long as the cushion really. Okay, I think this is enough. Got a bit of stretch where it goes a bit over, so but I'm gonna need to sew it together at the end, so maybe I should just leave that little bit. Maybe I'll just take off 3 stitches. I think this is good. And I think I'm gonna do it in double crochet. I was first of all thinking single because I didn't want any holes or gaps or anything, but actually I'm going to see how the double looks first, and then if I don't like it I can always undo it and then go back to my first idea, which was single. So I'm just going to double crochet into every single chain stitch here. And this is my first time crocheting with chunky yarn actually. So this is what I've got so far. I've done 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 rows. And this works out to be about 4 inches. So I'm going to do 4 inches like this, then 4 inches in white, then 4 inches in red, and just keep going and see how it goes. So I've just finished my first block of colour, and I'm going to now start with the white. So here is the cushion, one side completed. Obviously it's not attached to anything yet. So now I just have to repeat that. I've got 45 stitches across and they're all in double crochet, and these are 7 rows each. So I'll hopefully finish that by this evening. Okay, here is my finished, I've got the 2 panels, my finished pillow. I haven't stitched them together just yet, so this is my pillow. Now all I have to do is stitch around the edges. I'm going to use red yarn for that as well, and I'm going to sew the 2 together, leaving an opening at the top so I can fit the cushion insert inside, and then I should be finished. Okay, with what's left over of my white, I want to make a headband out of this. I also have a whole bunch of red chunky as well. I'm just going to see how much yarn it takes to make a headband out of this one, and then I'll make another one out of this one if I have enough. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do next, just make some headbands. I'm going to do this as well in crochet, and I'm going to do half double crochet for this. And again, I'm just going to use my 6mm crochet hook. So this is the headband completed. It didn't take me very long to do. And then the next part I just have to sew together like this. And then when you turn it inside out, it makes a cute little like twist at the front. So I'm going to finish this now. I'm going to cut this and then start sewing it now, so that it will be a headband. And I still have so much white left, so I can make probably a few out of this, to be honest, but I don't know I have that many people to make for, so I'm probably just going to stick with one for now, and then I'll make one in red and see how it looks. So yeah, I'm just going to sew it like that. So what I'm doing is grabbing the two ends like this and sort of like making them hug. Yeah. And this is how it turns out. Super cute. I'm really happy with this. You see, it just makes a cute little twist at the front there, and that is literally the other way around. It's just sewn together. I love this. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna make another one in red as well. You don't need chunky yarn to make this. You can make this in any type of yarn that you have, but I feel like the bulky yarn and the chunky yarn looks better. It looks nice and thick to cover your ears in the winter. So I've done my red headband now in the chunky yarn. So this is just needs sewing, and then that one is done. So I've got this one and my white one. The next thing I want to work on is some mittens. I've got this book for my birthday, which is 52 Weeks of Easy Knits. There are loads of patterns in here that I want to try out, but the first one I want to try is these mittens. They look really similar to the ones I've made previously in like how they're constructed. I think the only difference is instead of just doing the knit stitch all the way around, it's doing knit 2, purl 2, like it's making a pattern, if you can see that. And I'm going to be using this yarn to do it. I've got this nice green. It looks a bit more lime on the camera, but it's quite pale green. It's like a mint green really. But yeah, I'm just going to go and get my double pointed needles and then make a start on this. So just a quick update on my first mitten. I have done the ribbing. It's just 2x2 ribbing so far, and I just need to now start the actual hand part, so I am going to start that now. I've just spotted that I've done something wrong here, and I'm really gutted. Everywhere else is fine. This side is fine, and then there's two sides that look fine, but this side, unfortunately, you can see here I've done 3 rows in the same. It's supposed to be a repeat pattern of like you're doing knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2 all the way around and making like this checked pattern. And everywhere else you can see it looks fine, but here I've done 3. God, it's just so annoying. It's honestly, it wouldn't be that noticeable to somebody who didn't knit, if I'm being completely honest, but I can't ignore it. This is supposed to be a gift for someone. I want it to be perfect, so I'm going to have to take back, I'm thinking at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. which I'm very gutted about. Oh, okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it. Yeah, that's really sad. So this is where I've gotten up to so far. I didn't actually have to make any increases. I thought that I was going to have to make some increases for the thumb gusset, but actually what they asked to do was to knit. It was knit 8 stitches onto a waste yarn, like another coloured yarn, and then slip them back onto the needle, and then I'm going to knit them again using the same colour in the same pattern. So it's going to make that hole, which I've never done anything like that before, but I'm glad that I didn't have to do any increases with this pattern because I was worried about that. But yeah, I'm just gotta knit now over this and then carry on with this pattern, and then carry on until I get to the very end where I make the point like this. Okay, this is what I've got so far. I actually didn't follow the pattern for the thumb hole because I started following it and then I didn't really understand how, like, where the hole came in. As far as I could read from the pattern, there was no opening being left. I really didn't understand it, and then I got my mum to have a look, and my mum is quite an advanced knitter and she also couldn't figure it out, so she just told me to put the stitches onto waste yarn the same way that I made my other mittens and cast on some stitches. So I just put 8 stitches on this and then casted on 8 stitches so that it went over, and it seems okay. This is what the mitten looks like on, and then I'm just going to pick up the stitches to make the thumb later. So I think it's going to be fine like that. I've got a little bit left to go to get to the top, and then I'll be done, and I need to make the thumb. Here is my glove now. I just need to start the decreases, and I've finished everything up to that. So all I need to do now is decrease. Once I've done that, then I need to pick up the stitches for the thumb, and then this glove will be completely finished. Here I have all of my finished Christmas presents now. I've got my pillow here, my scarf. I don't think that I actually ended up filming this, but these are like little cat coasters that I made using black cotton yarn. I've just got 4 of them there. I did these following a YouTube video, so I'll link that in the description as well, even though I didn't include me actually doing it in the video, but they're so cute and so easy to do. And then I've got my 2 headbands there, a white and red, and then I've got my gloves, which definitely took me the most time, but they turned out perfectly. I'll leave a link to the book that I got the pattern for this as well. Everything else, these all, I didn't use a pattern. Yeah, I'm super happy with how everything's turned out. I don't think that I'll be making these again. I did think about maybe making them in this nice purple yarn that I have, but it took such a long time to make, and honestly I know that this is a very pretty stitch pattern. My preference for mittens would actually be the plain ones that I made last year, even though these are very, very beautiful, but I still would prefer the plain stitch pattern over this, for my own personal use anyway. Obviously it's everyone's personal preference, but I love these. They're just so easy to make and they are just classic. Everybody loves an ear warmer, and I made the pillow in the colours of my friend's favourite football team. It's not meant to be like red and white for Christmas, you know, like candy cane colours. It's actually the football team that she supports, and I just wanted to show you the mittens on, because the hand part, I feel like it looks so long, but actually like the fingers, you can see my fingers do actually reach the end of the hand part. It is as long as it's supposed to be. The sleeve part is definitely quite long, but then I think that's quite good if you want to tuck it into your coat and things like that. But yeah, these are super, super cute. As always, just let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you what you've made this year for Christmas. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a vloggy type video, I suppose. It's not my usual type of video, but I had a lot of things I needed to whip up for Christmas presents, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.